Hey everybody, so like I said, I've started this new page, and today's video is basically I'm going to go over my diagnosis and how I got them and kind of what led up to me being in my partial program. I'm here right now. Actually, I'm on like a break because I'm in a partial hospitalization, which means I am here from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. During the day, it's usually more people because they're an intensive outpatient program, which is just like group therapy, and then you have your personal one-on-one therapy, and then you learn a skill. So throughout my day, I get here at 8:30, and I have like a check-in and kind of talk about the night before with the group. We'll go over like things, and then we'll learn like a skill. Like today it was about communication and this validation. And then I go on lunch, and then afterwards I come back and I learn another skill. But because I'm the only one right now in this partial hospitalization program, so I pretty much get a lot of one-on-one attention, which I am so grateful for, because I think it'll make my transition back to like my regular everyday life smoother. But that's just how my program goes. So I got about 41 minutes to be exact, because one of the therapists is like, you're always worried about time, and I am. So they never want me back anywhere on time, or they don't even want me to come in on time. So it's really hard for me, because if I'm late to anything, I'll just like call off or just not show up. I hate running late. But so my diagnosis, again, my illnesses don't define me. I'm a person that suffers with PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, depression, anxiety, and bipolar disorder. I was first diagnosed in 2013 after a really bad breakup. Like, I was crying every night, I was up all night, and then I would sleep during the day. I used to take Benadryls every day. I probably should have got tested like way before, or got some type of treatment before, but you know, as a teenager, we're hard-headed. It just didn't happen. So it started off as bipolar disorder. I do have like some family history of bipolar disorder, so it kind of wasn't really that shocking. But essentially, I have times again where I am level, and then I might have an overexcited time, but it doesn't last longer than like a month or two maybe. And then I have a very, very, very manic depression time where it can last for 6-7 months. You never know what's going to happen. Those periods are really hard for me, because I think my heightened periods are like, think of it like when you first start a job, your first 90 days, you can get through that with no problem. Just, hey, how you doing? What's up? Yes, I got this. But then the next couple of months after that 90-day mark, you hit that 91st day, it's like, oh, I done been here too long. This shit's some bullshit. I'm over it. Who off the bound? But it is what it is. So that's my depression, which is considered manic bipolar, or bipolar 2. My PTSD comes from me being molested as a kid by a close family friend, and then it really triggered after I was raped in 2016 as an adult in my own home. So I get a lot of flashbacks, and I actually have a medical marijuana card for that, which is how I really started smoking weed. Like, off the chimney, I'll smoke anybody, I'm trying to tell you, but that's not the point. But I do have like a lot of flashbacks, or if I'm stuck in like an area or around things that kind of trigger it for me, it bothers me. Let me see. The anxiety I guess developed with the depression. Like, my biggest trigger is my heart. Like, in relationships and shit, if you fuck me over, I'm instantly like just pretty down about it. And if I really give a fuck about you, and I really care about you, and I put my time, effort, and loyalty into you, and you kind of screw me over, or if I feel like you abandon me, then that hurts me a lot. Like, especially when I start to realize things that I could have done better, or whatever the case may be. That's my biggest trigger, I realized, because I've had a lot of not really good relationships with people. I mean, my first real relationship was with the guy that raped me when I was a kid. So it really stems pretty bad. But we'll get into that in further videos. My anxiety is really triggered like when I'm in the car or when I'm going places. I don't like going places because I don't like people looking at me, or like even doing like videos. Like doing these YouTube videos are hard because I'm always looking for something I learned today, validation from other people. Like I'll post this video and because I'm not shaking my ass or showing my titties or showing my body, it ain't gonna get looked at. But I'm okay with that. Like I had to learn, like, you're doing this not just for you. Like I'm doing it for myself because I always want to be reminded of the steps I took to get better or to get assistance on coping with what I have or what I'm dealing with. And then also there are people out there that's probably not going to speak about it or not going to say what they're going through, and they're going to try to deal with it on their own when they could get some help and just not, and they just choose not to because the fear of what everybody else say, that validation key. I mean, I was kind of nervous at first because I've been like, my parents have tried to like get me help before, and I was just like, nah, I'm good. Like I completely finessed the shit out the motherfucking clinic person. I was like, yeah, no, I just got dumped and I don't want to talk about it, and my parents just being weird. That was the first time I ever been into like a mental institution or anything like that, and I was just scared. You always see like these dark like views on people with mental illness, and it's really not. I mean, yeah, it's bad. Like, yeah, some people try to commit suicide, some people actually do commit suicide, some people are out here, you know, not knowing how to handle stuff. I mean, but that doesn't mean that they're just a bad person. It just means that they have a problem that they need help with. Just like if you got a flat tire, you need help. But it's not as dark as people make it seem. Like I mean, yeah, I have days where I want to stay in bed all damn time, or I don't want to get the fuck up or wash my ass. I'm just being 100% honest, but I do because it's something I have to do. Like, if more people had an understanding of what these illnesses were or what they actually look like, it's more than just suicide. It's trying to get through every day, and you have to be an adult still. You still got to make money to pay your bills, and you possibly don't have no help. Like depression, anxiety, all that is more than just suicide. And I wish people had a less ignorant mind towards it. So I guess my whole thing about this YouTube channel is to bring a brighter light to it and more understanding. Like today, set my alarm clock for 7:30 because I don't need to leave out until 8. But I necessarily didn't get up till 7:50, and I kind of like brushed my teeth, took a quick shower, and it was like 8:05. Regularly, I wouldn't have came in. I would have just been like, I'm late, it's gonna fuck up the whole rest of my day, and it's gonna piss me off. But today, like I was kind of pissed off on my way here that I got a little lost, but like I kind of just had to like bite down through it, and I got me a Rice Krispie treat. That made my whole, like, that made it better. And then when I got here, it was kind of like they hadn't started, so it was like, okay, even though you were late, we haven't started anything, so you didn't miss anything. So that kind of brought my day around. It's just kind of hard to get other people to understand what you're going through. The whole, oh, just cheer up, you can change your mood around. Like, if it was that easy, I would have done it. Maybe I just never thought of it before. Like, no, lady, or sir, dude, whatever, whoever you are. I have thought about changing my mood around. I have thought about, oh, maybe it's just a bad day today. Like, no, I need the assistance with getting back on track. I'm currently on leave from work, so I'm not working so that I can get the help. I'm not ashamed of it. And even though I would like more people to be more in tune with how important mental health is, I can't force everyone to do that. And I have to kind of be okay with that. And I think I'm coming to terms with it. So I guess now it's just for me to look into validation for myself. Like, are you comfortable with who you are? Or are you just doing every day or living every day for someone else? And that's not how I want to be. So, I mean, like I said, every day I wake up, and every day before I go to bed, my illnesses don't define me. And I'm just a person that suffers with PTSD, anxiety, bipolar disorder, and depression. And I'm learning to cope and live through my life like everyone else can.